What's up, millionaires in the making? Welcome back to another episode of the MITM Podcast, where we unlock success daily by journeying through the 6 pillars. I'm your host, Tye Aarons, the founder of the MITM Club. And today, we're talking about how consistency beats financial intensity. With that being said, run my intro.
Caught up in them bright lights, lusting for shiny things that's golden. Everything ain't always what it seems, that it's soaking. Chasing my dreams, coming apart at my seams. Best believe that the money is the motive.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of the MITM Podcast. And today, we're talking about how consistency beats financial intensity. Financial outcomes are governed by compounding and not bursts. Wealth grows through repeated small inputs, not occasional heroic efforts. Financial research consistently shows that steady contributions outperform irregular large deposits because compounding rewards time in the system and not emotional spikes. Intensity feels powerful, but consistency actually builds momentum. The math of compounding doesn't care about your motivation. It rewards your repetition. You got to do $1 at a time. Now, humans overvalue dramatic effort and undervalue repetition. Behavioral psychology shows people are biased towards actions that feel significant. Large financial moves like big investments, aggressive saving months, extreme budgets, they feel productive, but they're rarely sustainable. Consistency is boring, and that's why it works. This is why I tell my clients, when you're paying yourself first, start with a low number. Just do 1%. You're not even going to notice it. Then do 2%, 3%. Slowly increase it. The goal is to get to 18 to 20% savings rate, but start with 1%. And you'll see how that boring little number starts to make a difference. Now, research on habit formation shows sustainable routines beat extreme short-term behavior that collapse under stress. If your savings rate is at 1% and you have an unexpected bill, you're not going to lose out on saving 1% of your income to pay that bill. You see what I'm saying? We started simple, something boring, something that's tiny, and eventually it will compound because we're just focused on time in the system and flexing that muscle for as long as we can, flexing that financial muscle for as long as we can. Intensity increases burnout risk. Financial intensity often relies on emotional energy, whether it's fear, excitement, urgency. These states are temporary and then they fade. The behavior collapses. Studies in self-regulation show that systems built on emotional surges degrade faster than systems built on predictable routines. Consistency removes emotion from the equation. Now, predictable behavior lowers the cognitive load. You want to think less. I know it sounds crazy. I tell people a lot of the time, I'm probably one of the laziest people that you know. I try to get as many systems to work in my favor as possible because I don't have the mental bandwidth to handle this extreme cognitive load, right? It will make you burn out faster if you're always trying to think about the things instead of putting things in place so that it thinks for you. For example, consistent financial systems will reduce your mental strain. When actions become routine, the brain spends less energy negotiating decisions. It just does it. Research on decision fatigue shows that repeated high-effort decisions degrade your judgment. Consistency protects decision quality by turning choices into defaults. Automation is a consistency amplifier, and so many banks now have so many automations built into them. Y'all's definitely got to check them out and use them. In fact, the Money Mastery Dash will teach you guys how to use the automations that exist in your bank account. So if y'all haven't signed up yet, make sure you click the link that's down below this and you join the Dash so you can master your cash fast. Consistency builds identity faster than intensity. Identity changes through repeated signals, not rare dramatic events. Someone who saves weekly sees themselves as a saver, but someone who saves aggressively once per year sees saving as an exception. Behavioral identity research shows that frequency shapes self-concepts more than magnitude. Consistency rewrites identity. And intensity, well, it'll create a story. Remember that one time I saved $10,000? We don't want to be that person. We want to be the person that saved $10,000 across a year, and it's just a part of who you are. Now, intensity creates spikes. Consistency creates direction. Spikes may feel impressive, but direction actually creates wealth. Compounding will reward the boring system, not the dramatic moment. And these are the things you must keep in mind on your journey to building your wealthy life, on your journey to building your dream life. So, with that being said, that takes us to the end of today's episode of the MITM Podcast. Ooh, stay consistent. Keep on striving with one step at a time. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Give 'em that creme de la